you've played your part in Bradford's biggest win of the season. Still in the hunt for the playoffs. Good performance.
Yeah, I think especially the back ends of both of the halves. That's what we just kind of stuck to what we were going to do, and that's how we ended up breaking them down. And I think there was long gone towards the end of the game, so that's why we just picked up a few tries.
How important is it when you're out there on the field that you've had to be patient, you've had that sort of arm wrestle in that first half, and then the second half, like you say, you can see them, they're there, they're found wanting, and you can open them up and really enjoy yourselves, express yourselves.
Yeah, well, Dewsbury are a tough side and they tackle hard. I got slapped around a little bit myself, so they're a tough side. So I think with teams like that, you need to just stay professional, don't get dragged into the crappy stuff or all like that, and just kind of keep moving forward, and you will get them towards the end of both halves where their forwards get tired, they'll get lazy, and that's exactly what you've seen today, I think.
Mark's mentioned about the defence, another second half shutout from yourself as a player. That's something you must take real pride in.
Yeah, it's massive. Like I know there was 2 in the corner for me, and the boys in the middle today, I think they won the game for me. They took them tough carries, they tackled really well, and they give us, the shot out to us to well park those guys on the edge. So it's massive. It's massive to keep a team to 0 in a half. Then happy days.
Like you say, when you're throwing the ball around and you're really trying to express yourself, and you're going to come up with the odd error or the penalty, it could be easy to just let your head down. But the fact that you're still playing for one another, that togetherness and that energy in that defence.
I think the fact that we're getting that now, that's when we need it. This second half of the season, we need that togetherness to come into play more than all, because we're going to be in tough fights, tough games where we'll need to pull together and work hard for the man next year, and I think it's massive in a game like this.
Mark's mentioned that in terms of when he's been here as interim head coach, that he's not really experienced the togetherness that you've got now. What's the catalyst for that, Because obviously you're at Tong, you're at Oxford, you're at training.
I think, to be honest with you, Mark's been massive. I give credit when it's due. He said, boys, we focus more on us. Do the little things right. Work hard for your mate. Express yourselves. We've got players like Lily and Patton, where you can't keep them guys sometimes always in a structure. You need to say, have I just throw the ball about a bit. You know what I mean? And Mark's give us that freedom. He's made us have a lot of socials together. Even today, after when he said, boys, we're nailed on back on it Tuesday, but enjoy yourself tonight. And you need that from your coach as well. It's a bit of give and take in it. I can't fault Mark in what he's done. And he's got more wins than losses, I think, from what I think to his record. So it can't be too bad.
5 from 7.
Is it? I'll take that.
He had his interview last week, Dave. On a personal note, is Mark the right man for the job? Would you like to see him given the credit?
I've built a good relationship with Mark, so I don't even know any of the other contenders. So right now I'm just thinking Mark's my coach right now. So I'll go with that.
You never get a game again if you said no.
To be fair, he's trying to make me not play.
No.
No, to be honest with you, I don't even know any of the other contenders. Whatever coach comes in, I'm sure they'll be great. But if it is Mark, happy days. I've already built a good relationship with Mark over the 4 years I've been here. So right now I just need to focus on playing.
When we spoke at Tong on Thursday, you made a very pertinent point in that in previous years you've had a year at Doncaster, then a year at Unsley, and then a year at York.
Yeah.
Bradford is now probably your second home. You've been here 4 years.
Literally, I've been here now, I think, the longest club I've ever stayed at. Which is credit to the club, credit to the supporters, you guys. It must be because if I'm not happy somewhere, I will leave. And yes, I've had to fight for my spot, but I think I've earned the respect and the trust of my coaches to play. Hopefully, it's like a second home to me. It is.
And just finally, how much of a test is that game against Lee here next Sunday going to be? How much of a challenge?
Names on sheets, aren't they? The body's on pitch. There's no fault in that. They've recruited massive. Massive. But there's still just bodies on. I'm not sorry. They're just bodies. How would you expect me to interview with that outside? But yeah, it's I can't think now. Yeah, the body's on pitch, mate, and like I say, they're still just men running at men, and that's it. We'll have a good go at them.
So on that point, the fact that Batley beat Featherstone today,
Mad.
a result like that, does that sort of give you confidence?
Of course it does.
To go and play someone like Lee?
Yeah, of course it does. Because that's exactly what I mean by it. It's men running against men. Anything can happen on the day. All it takes is for one of their key players to not have the best of games, or we exploit them in a way that they haven't been exploited before, and the game's flipped on its head, and we end up shocking them. Do you know what I mean? So that's one of the best things about rugby league, and one of the worst at times because I've been on both ends of it. So we've been beat by teams where we shouldn't have got beat by, but.
And you're running close in the challenge game as well.
Exactly so. And I watched that game because I believe I was banned at that point. But yeah, no, we've run them close before, and hopefully we'll do it again and get the win.
Mm-hmm. And you talked obviously about Mark. We don't know the situation with him, whether he's going to get a chance or whether someone else is going to come in. But do you feel he's sort of proved his worth being in that, in that shortlist?
I think. You could go on about what people have done in the game and how many other clubs have been at and whatever. Mark stayed loyal to Bradford. He's brought through a lot of young good players with Lee Beattie and He's brought through some good talent, tough, rugged players, and I think sometimes that's what Bradford's missing. Do you know what I mean? If I'm completely honest, that's they're missing just people signing here because they want to be here. And they want to work hard for that badge, do you know what I mean? So I think he's got a fair shot. I think he has proved himself. He's won the boys' respect, I think. And that's
it's not easy, when you step up.
When you step up
as like an interim, when you were.
It's deep waters, isn't it? It's deep waters because you're gonna have loads of wolf eyes looking at you. And he stepped up and he's took it on chin and he's won the lads' respect, I believe. So I think that's a step in the right direction.
And it seems to be quite settled as well, the fact that, it could have been uncertain, couldn't it, after John went? It could have been a bit of this, no one knows what's going to happen next sort of thing. I think,
that was the key thing. To be fair to Johnny, came in, his last meeting with us, and he sat us all down and he kind of said, farewell lads, and as soon as he left the room, Dunno just went, right, it's done now, put that to bed. How are we going to move forward now? What we're going to do? And I think that was class how we did that. I think we just kind of ran with it and just jumped on the Dunno train at the minute. So yeah.
And the fact that you're not in that top six and you're sort of chasing it, in a way, it may not be a bad thing because sort of people perhaps there's not so much perhaps pressure spotlight. Obviously there is within the club, but perhaps elsewhere, looking around the division, people are sort of saying, we expect Bradford to do this, that, and the other. Yeah,
I think expectations for Bradford are sometimes the biggest default we have. We play the best rugby, I think, under no pressure. Do you know what I mean? And I think sometimes we get pressured and this, what's that word you just said? Expectations sometimes it does get on top of you as a player, but I think you have to just kind of try and block it out as much as you can. We want to be in that top six, and we're chasing that playoffs, and we will be, I believe. So, yeah.
So next week, again, it's a game where the pressure won't be on you at all.
Oh, there'll be no pressure, so that they'll have to live up to the hype, won't they? And all we've got to do is go, let's have it in a sense, and kind of just give them all we've got and hope that we come out the other side. But I look forward to it.